Hey everyone, welcome to our first top 10 list. And for this top 10 list, I decided to do my top 10 favorite comedies. There are a few comedies out there that I really like, but I had to narrow them to 10. But for a top 10 list, you're going to have your honorable mentions. And my honorable mentions for favorite comedies are Jumanji, Tommy Boy, Happy Gilmore, and Uncle Buck. Really great comedies, but just narrowly missed make my top 10 list. But what did make my number 10 was my number 10. Top 10 was my number 10. My number 10 is Cracker Jack. This is an Australian comedy movie about a guy named Michael Simpson who's been a member of City Side Club for 5 years, but he's never played bowls. So what the bowling club make him do is make him play bowls, or he'll lose his membership forever. This has some really great actors in this movie. It has some great humor. This is just a must-watch. It is rated M15+, so I would recommend it. You know, if you're about my age, you'll get the humor in it, but if you're younger, then probably don't watch this movie. But it is a funny movie. I don't know. Great comedy. Coming in number 9 is Rat Race. Yes, Rat Race. This is another M-rated comedy, but it is a really funny comedy. So this has a bunch of great actors like Rowan Atkinson, John Lovitz, Whoopi Goldberg, Seth Green, Cuba Gooding Jr., many more. And there's this billionaire named Donald Sinclair, played by John Cleese, and he puts all these special coins in these poker machines, and then all these people win them, and then there's this race to some city in Mexico where they can win $2 million. This has some really great humor. It has some heart in it. Well, not a lot of heart, but it does have some really funny humor. I love watching this comedy. I just rewatched it the other day, and it was hilarious. Number 8 is Shrek 2. For me, this is the best Shrek movie in the Shrek movie franchise. Shrek 1 is good, Shrek 2 is better, Shrek 3 is okay, and Shrek Forever After is just bold. God, it's a bad movie. And this one, Shrek 2 has got to be one of the funniest comedies of all time. It's my favorite in the Shrek franchise. You know what happens in this movie. Shrek and Fiona are pretty much second thought in a relationship, and this is it's charming and very godmother, and Fiona's parents like Shrek, and it's a funny movie, and one of the funniest comedies, and the best Shrek in the Shrek franchise. Great movie. Category number 7 is Big Daddy. I had to put a Adam Sandler movie on here, and Big Daddy was the one that I decided to go with. And this movie franchise Adam Sandler and Tony Colfax. He pretty much adopts a kid, even though it's like he's like doing it illegally, but it's funny nonetheless. And you should definitely watch Big Daddy. Definitely just watch Big Daddy. It is a funny movie. Coming number 6 is Ghostbusters. Yes, the original Ghostbusters. I haven't seen Ghostbusters 2. I haven't seen the remake, but I love the original Ghostbusters movie. My favorite scene in this movie, definitely by far, would have to be the scene where Sigourney Weaver sucked the portable clock in the refrigerator. This is just a funny movie. It is scary. It's funny. It's fast-pacing, and you got a lot of great stars in this, like Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, Harold Ramis. And it's just a funny movie. I love Ghostbusters. I love giving this a watch. I never get sick of this movie when I give it a watch. And in fact, I'm going to watch this movie sometime and review it in the future. Yeah. Coming number 5 is Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. This is a movie with Steve Martin and another guy, and they're both con artists, and they're trying to make a bet of who can be the best con artist ever. And then, well, I'm thinking of them or something. I can't remember. And there's a scene where Steve Martin's playing like a disabled person. It's offensive, but it's also really hilarious. It's hilarious. It's offensive, but it's hilarious. If you haven't watched Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, then you need to watch this because it is a funny, funny movie. Definitely give this video a watch. Coming number 4 is The Goonies. If you haven't watched The Goonies, what are you doing with your life? Honestly, what are you doing with your life? The Goonies is by far the funniest comedy ever. It's one of the funniest comedies. I almost wanted to put Back to the Future on this list. I didn't even put it as an honorable mention, man. An honorable mention. Go. Back to the Future. The Goonies is just a funny movie. I love The Goonies. The Goonies is just my movie. It's my movie. Definitely watch The Goonies. Funny movie. Coming number 3 is Home Alone. Yes, I own Home Alone. And I also own Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. Great comedies, great Christmas movies. If you don't know Home Alone is, well, I'll give you a bit of a recap in case you've been dead for the past 25 years. Home Alone is a movie about Kevin McAllister, who gets left home alone by his parents, and then 2 burglars come in and try and kill him, but he manages to defend himself by setting up a pair of very set of booby traps. And I did review Home Alone and Home Alone 2. Both of those reviews you can check out on my channel. And also the year before, 2015, when it was my first year, I also reviewed Elf. So all 3 of those reviews you can check out. But definitely watch Home Alone. Coming number 2 is Mrs. Doubtfire. I was debating between this and another movie which one to put at number 2 and number 1, but I had to put Mrs. Doubtfire number 2 because the movie at number 1 is just even funnier. But Mrs. Doubtfire stars Robin Williams. Yes, the late great Robin Williams. Anyway, he plays her father named Daniel Hill, and unfortunately gets divorced by his wife, played by Sally Field, and he wants to spend time with his kids, so he gets his brother to turn him into a woman and appear Mrs. Doubtfire, and funnily enough, he appears to be more of a bit better nanny than he ever was a father. Unfortunately, the kids find out, and well, yeah, I think you can actually get the peeing scene in the movie on YouTube. Maybe search it up, I don't know. But, or just search up top 10 movie peeing scenes from watchmuch.com. It's on there. But it is hilarious, this movie, and I love it. And my number 1 favorite comedy of all time is Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. This movie is funny. It's got heart. It's got humor. I love this movie. This movie is funny. It's got Steve Martin and John Candy. Steve Martin plays a executive named Neil Page, and he's trying to go home for Thanksgiving to his family. Then he runs into John Candy's character, Del Griffith, who's a shower curtain salesman, and of course they hate each other at first, but then they get a some friendship because what was supposed to be a 1 hour and 45 flight from New York to Chicago turns into a 3-day disastrous road trip with hilarious pain and just humor. It's a funny movie. Definitely give Plane, Train to Automobiles a watch. It's my favorite comedy of all time by far. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed the top 10 list, and please leave a comment down below and this give suggestions of what you want me to do for my next top 10 list. I will see you guys next video. Guys, movies may be good, movies may be bad, but I review them anyways. Peace out.